Right, we're going to introduce loops in this particular example over here, right? So I'm just going to save this file as demo2 loops, okay? So it's going to include loops. All right. So for this, for the populate, okay, so now we're not going to populate only A1, okay? We will populate a entire range, okay, from A1 to A10, okay, and then also to B10, okay. All right. So that is a entire range, okay. Just note that the ranges does not, you don't have to specify the columns alone, okay. You can say a range is from B1 through to D10, okay, so it would be that range, okay. Right, so in this case it will be A1 downwards, because same column, row 1 through to row 10, and then B, second column, row 1 through to row 10, okay. So it will basically populate 10 10 tens in the first column and 10 fives in the second column, okay. So it's B1. Alright, please note also that there's, the variation between this is you can also write a range like this, okay, comma B10, okay, like that, okay. So the difference there, range 1, comma, range B1 in double quote, comma, B10 in double quote. Okay, so this two. No, it's the same. It's the same. No, it's not skipping. It's the entire range. Yeah. Yeah, there's a space. It will actually so the important thing is we want to populate that with values, right, and then swap it, okay, using a function, a looping structure, okay. So the loop would basically, okay, so at the moment it's only swapping the first row, okay. So we wanted to swap the entire range, so we will do. Go back to view code, go to our swap function here. Now with the swap, you will need a loop, okay, and this loop would be, okay, let's just add a I as an index. I is your index there. So I equals I as integer, right? And then we will assign 1 to I, okay? Okay, I'll show you two ways of doing this. Okay, the one is using cells as your range, not the range but the cell property. And then the other one would be to use the for each, and then you can use a range in that case, okay? So I equals to 1, and then do while I is greater than 10, okay? And then you need a loop to end that, okay? So do while loop. That's your do while structure. Do while condition loop. Okay. Do while condition. That's your condition, and that is the loop. And then inside your loop here, you will need to update your I. Okay. So I equals I plus 1. Okay. So that the condition is met at some point. Okay. So I equals I plus 1, and then I'm just going to comment this out. Okay, just take note the comment is a quote, single quote, in front of this line of code that you want to comment out. Alright, so we've got temp there. So temp will be our, you will sign that, you will swap it using temp basically. Okay.
But don't you want the temp one as well? So you would have greater than or equal to, isn't it?
No, do while. No, sorry, it's do while. Sorry, do until. If you use do until, then it works, okay? Do until I is greater than. If you use do while, then it must be the other way around. Do while I is less than 10 or less than 11. Understand? Yeah. So it's either do until I is greater than or do while I is less than 11. Okay? Do while okay? So that is equivalent do until or do while, okay? Okay. So temp is equal to, now we're using cells, and cells has got a row and a column parameter, okay? So we're using the okay, I is your row indicator, so which means the row will change, okay? And then the column is column 1, okay? Okay. Dot value. Okay. So the value of that cell will be assigned to temp, and then cells I, comma 1, dot value is equal to cell value is equal to cells I, comma 2, second column, dot values, and then finally cells that one, equal to 10. Okay. Right, so like we have here A1, and then A1 is equal to, and then B1, and then B1 is equal to 10. Okay, so the same scenario there. So that would be the complete code for the do while, okay, list, okay, using the do while statement. Right? Okay, you use I because you're using cells, okay? Okay, I'll show you the range, how you can use range instead, okay? Well, you basically have to, you're going to basically use a value, also a variable called cells, okay, which we will declare, okay, as a range type, okay? Right, so let's see how that's going to work. Okay, so populate populates that, swaps that. Okay. Okay. That's that. Let me just